Welcome back, Tribe. I have a video here from this channel. Can't even say this out loud on YouTube. This is what's so crazy. Jeez.
This attractive guy who I was flirting with, he was flirting with me also. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. Not really. Anyway, he came over to my table and said, unfortunately, he was leaving. And I said, I don't normally do this, but could I have your number? To which he responded, if you don't normally do this, maybe don't start now. And I was like, what? Okay, so you don't want me to have your number? And he said that he was trying to be a gentleman. And I was like, okay. And just ran off. What the fuck? What? I've never asked a man for his number before, and I don't go out there and expect men to give me their number, but we were flirting. We were being really Why did he come over and say, I'm not giving it any more energy?
Because we hear that all the time. This is my first time. I've never done this before. This has never happened. It's such horseshit. We know they're lying. We heard it way too many times. I can't tell. These were the funniest things I used to talk with my college roommates, like my brother. All the time we would constantly hear, I've never done this before. I can't believe we did that. This is my first time. Really? So every girl we meet, we're the first time they've ever done this with. This is the first time this has ever happened. She's never done this before, ever. Every girl we ever met always say the same thing. Bro, it's like they're reading off a script. When you hear it the first time, maybe you let it pass because you've never heard it before. It's your first time. Then the second time, and you're like, am I really good at this? Or am I getting fed some BS? And then the third time, and then the fourth time, and then the fifth time, and then you're like, wait a second. I get it now. This is the script they all follow, so you don't think they're streetwalkers. I see now. So no, they're not inflating my ego. They're protecting their reputation. It's such a clown show. I've never done this before.
I just wanted to share it because I'm never asking a man for his number ever again.
You wanted equality, and now you're complaining that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. Equality also means the same. And since these men are not gay, why would they want to be in a relationship with another man? So you got your equality, and now they don't want to be in a relationship with you because you bring nothing to the table. You're basically men. They use you for one thing now. Of course they do, because that's what makes them not gay. But everything else, you're just like a guy. So they don't want to be in a relationship with a guy, otherwise they would be gay. And since they're not, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. You're not respectful. You don't give them peace. Maybe try being kind and sweet and nice, and don't bring drama into their lives. And don't try to change them. Accept them for who they are and believe in them. And then they'll want to be in a relationship with you. It's not the fact that they don't want to be in relationships. They just don't want to be in a relationship with you. There's a difference.
I am absolutely convinced that men don't actually want relationships. Like, men want their lives as is.
And guess what? You'd be 100% correct in assuming that, because we're done. We're walking away. You see, we've adopted what women have been preaching for the last 50 years. We don't need women. We can take care of ourselves. There's nothing to be gained by being in a relationship. So after 50 years of hearing that used against us, now we've adopted it. And all of a sudden, you're upset about it. I'm not sure why. We're just simply following your lead. You got what you wanted. Let's enjoy it.
See, I would push back against this because old head there could travel overseas and have an absolutely ball of a time. Very feminine women that will give him everything he needs. The notion that you should be checking out as a man completely probably should only apply in the West, because until you've gotten a passport and traveled around, you shouldn't retract yourself from the game permanently. You never retire. You're always playing the field, except the field you're in sucks, which I understand. Not only does the field suck, but the rules suck too. So the game is stacked against you. It's hard to win. I get it. But you go overseas and then the game is in your favor. And the people you're playing against are very pleasant. It's very nice. The match is great. You're having a good time. That's what I'm trying to tell men, because like this dude has sipped the Kool-Aid a little bit in the West and decided to go his own way, but that's not the answer here. We don't age the same. He's got plenty of time left, especially if he took care of his body. Can't see from the neck down, but assuming he's in decent shape, assuming he took care of himself financially, career-wise, he's set up. This dude is a 2-week vacation away from having his life change forever. Seriously, he'll never want to come back to the United States. Cost of living is ridiculous when you go overseas and you see the power of the dollar. This is how you maximize as an American. Go overseas and witness the power of the dollar. That's all we have left because the power of the dollar in the States has completely evaporated. But you go overseas, you can live like a king, man, for a couple thousand a month. Easy. Easy. And I'm talking tropical places. Southeast Asia, palm trees everywhere, coconuts, beaches, people in bikinis and shorts, enjoying life, retired, bro. Living it up, remote work, whatever it is that you need to do. At his age, he probably has a nest egg saved up. You don't have to waste your time. And part of his message, I agree. Don't bother dating in the West. It's absolute clown show and it's a crapshoot to get a decent woman. And the only decent women he can get, honestly, are probably his age. But then again, as divorcees and have a couple kids already and all this other crap, because dating young women in the TikTok generation in the West, for him is going to be a complete mismatch. It's a nightmare. Most of those girls are too immature anyways, but you go overseas and you find yourself a nice woman that's humble, that was raised with her entire family, that had a father figure, that understands what a man brings to the table, that wants kids, that wants a family, that wants to build a life together with you. Man, that changes completely. I'm telling you, guys like this can go overseas, find themselves that good woman, come home to home cooked meals every single day, get your back rubs every single day, go out and enjoy the country with your girlfriend almost every single day, and it only costs you a couple grand a month. You're probably paying that on rent. I know my rent in America was $2,500 just for the house, $2,500. And in Phoenix in the summers, you're paying $600 for electricity if you want that shit running and you don't want to melt in 120-degree weather. We're already eclipsing $3,000 right there. All we're talking about is house and electricity. That was me personally. I know a bunch of dudes that are having to rent a place and split the apartment with a friend. You're still at like $1,200. You're still at $1,000. With $1,000, you could have your own place by the beach. So yeah, partially true. Avoid relationships in the West. Don't spend money because it's a waste. You get almost nothing out of it. The cost benefit analysis is absolute trash, but you save up your money, you work hard, you go overseas, and that's when you start to bear the fruit of your labor.
Against us.
Hey, they don't need men to work together.
Such an idiot. The sweetest guy just approached me in Woolworth. It's a Monday morning, doing my grocery shopping to do my juicing. And he came up to me and he goes, "Excuse me, miss, I just wanted to stop you and tell you that you are so beautiful and I would love to get your number to take you out." And my instant reaction was, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I have a boyfriend." Which is not true. I don't know why I said that. I'm actually kicking myself for saying I do not have a boyfriend. I'm not talking to anyone, but my instant reaction, because no one's ever done that to me before, I froze and was like, "I'm so sorry, I have a boyfriend." And he's like, "Oh, that's really sad, but you never know if you don't try." And I'm like, "Yeah, I really admire you for coming up and talking, thank you so much, have a beautiful day." And he's like, "You too, miss, all the best." Why did I tell him I had a boyfriend when I don't? Ugh. This is why I'm single. This is why I'm single.
I thought this was the funniest because she wanted the guy who approached her, but she was so set on turning down men that she turned down the guy she really wanted. As a wise man once said, may he rest in peace.
No, let me get this straight. Let me just line this up, make sure I have this right. So you do something shitty to me, and you break my trust and break my heart, and now I don't get to have you anymore?
What?
I have to live my life without you because I'm supposed to have self-respect?
What is happening?
I don't need self-respect that bad. I don't.
Oh no, sweetheart.
This is stupid. Healing is stupid.
Yes, of course, that's how things work when someone cheats on you and then moves on. It means you can't have them because they no longer want you. and pleading with them to take you back won't help.
I feel like a lot of men have a good reason for avoiding marriage today.
I love it.
And even you can even say even cohabitation, like a woman can seize your assets even if you're just living together. Even so much sense, it's in certain states, and I'll say it varies from state to state. I know the chat, but it's like if she leaves her stuff at your apartment for like a period of 3 months, she can literally seize your assets.
This is the harsh truth. This is one of many things that are causing this problem at the moment. Men are doing everything they can to keep their jobs because they have lost them many times before. This really did happen to me. To be honest, I had no idea what was going on. Right on. It's not like the milk is expensive, so why buy the cow? When two people get married, they are...
The only thing that sucks about these channels is this AI generated shit. Man the fuck up and show your face. I don't know. I'm sick. The scripting from ChatGPT just sucks too. Do a little better, bro. Your channel here can blow up. Show your face. Stop using ChatGPT. Tell people relatable stuff about your personal experiences with the dating market, and you'll be just fine.
Together for life.
What is it here in 2023 you would like for women to know? Dear women of 2023, here's what we'd like for you to know as men to women.
That it's all right to be natural.
Okay. Damn, that part. All right now.
I mean, because you never know what you're getting under all the makeup, the weave, the BBLs, and then this independent stuff. And I hate to go there, but I'm going to go there. Because this is men edition, right? You all got so independent, and I'm hoping I don't get off the topic, that you really don't even need us that much anymore. And I'll put a quote right in there where everybody know about the rose, right?
The rose.
The rose. Everybody know about the rose, right?
You see what happens when you try to have a conversation and air out your grievances as a man? You see how she turned around? They don't want to listen, man. They don't care to hear it. This is why the passport thing is exploding, because we tried talking. Honestly, a lot of men probably had women in the States and they tried to have a conversation. Hey, I really want us to work, but you're stuck up on this strong, independent boss babe narrative. You're living a fantasy land in your head based on what you're browsing off of Instagram and TikTok. That's not real. That's not real life. And that's destroying our relationship. Hell, it's gotten so bad that it destroys even the first meetups now. Like, Cheesecake Factory girl, her head was so ballooned up with the shit she saw on social media and Instagram that it robbed her of her own happiness to be taken out to the Cheesecake Factory by a dude willing to give her his time. Not only that, but that poor dude, Simpy McSimp over there, waited like an hour. She was late a whole hour. They missed their original reservation to an even nicer spot. And the dude, not leaving for a whole hour, he could have left, still waited, didn't even fumble it. He just took her to the next restaurant, which not even that bad. It's average. It's whatever. It's Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, it's a franchise, but still, he could have got pissed. He could have left. He could have been super burned and took your ass to like a McDonald's drive-thru, but he didn't. He took you to a decent place where you could have had a conversation. The place doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're sitting down together and vetting this person. The food is like a byproduct of you getting to know somebody. It's not the main thing. You don't go on a date for the food. You go on a date for the person. Who cares what the location is, really? You're just trying to get to know somebody. And that's how you know that woman had bad intentions, because she balked at Cheesecake Factory. If a woman balks at the place you try to take her, she was never interested in you anyways. She just wanted to Instagram up a few pics for the phone of, look at the latest simp I got taking me out to dinner here and here. Had absolutely no intention to do anything with you whatsoever, but use you for your time and your wallet. This is what men are getting sick of. And that social media shit has completely warped their brains. They can't even have a humble first meet to get to know somebody anymore unless they're extracting some maximum social media value out of it. Literally, imagine the balls on you to pull out your phone and try to shame and embarrass somebody for taking time out of their day to get to know you and taking you out to a restaurant. How insane is that? That sounds crazy to me. So listen, man, I'm telling you, 2023, year of the passport bros, and I've been thinking about this too. What does this mean down the line in the next few years? You got to be careful. First of all, to all the young men out there, older dudes, doesn't matter, that are looking to travel. Maybe some of you make content. Maybe some of you will share your story. Do not say you're a passport bro. Do not attach yourself to any ideology. I'm telling you right now, here's what's going to happen in the next few years. There are going to be stories coming out of low quality men doing the passport thing, causing trouble in other countries, and then everybody in that umbrella is going to get lumped together and guilty by association. I'm telling you, you are not a passport bro. You're not a blue book gentleman. You're not shit. You're simply an American or a Westerner or wherever you come from, and you simply expatriated to another country. That's it. You moved your life. You didn't come here for women, etc., etc. Because the moment they catch you in that, and the moment some moron does something and it makes national news, international news, you better believe everybody's getting dragged down. This is how they destroy any movement, any way of life, anything. It's with guilt by association. This is why I tell you guys anyways in the first place, don't ever go traveling for women. You don't do anything for women, period. You do everything for yourself. Women are a byproduct of your success as a man. That's it. Women are not the prize, they're not the goal, and they're not the objective in any single thing you do in your life as a man. Women will show up when the castle is built. That's what they do. And then they move in. That's it. Don't get this twisted and chase women first. Always chase money first. You'll never lose women chasing money, but you'll always lose money chasing women. Understand that.
So people are always like, oh my gosh, you tell you you're so confident. I wish I had your confidence. I'm delusional. The key to my confidence is that it's rooted in delusion. Hear me out. When I walk into a room, you can't convince me everyone's not staring at me. Why? Because I feel like I'm an attractive woman. And if I see an attractive woman walk into a room, I'm going to stare at her. Logic. Another example, relationships. Whom girls are like, or my friends are like, what if he leaves you for another woman? He won't. The day a man leaves me is not because he left me for another woman. It's because he belongs in a mental institution. Okay?
Wow.
That's the only logical explanation for that.
Jeez.
A wheel stopped turning. In addition to that, when I'm dancing, I give Meg Thee Stallion a run for her money every time.
Disqualified.
You can't convince me otherwise. Delusion. That's all you need for confidence.
All right, dude. This is like self-explanatory why I'm single. You're not grounded in reality. Again, everything I said before. They don't live in reality, man. It's like Pagani BC chick.
A Pagani BC.
Bro, when a Ferrari is your step down and a Pagani BC, a $5 million hypercar is what you really want. Like the fact that you said that out loud confidently and that you wanted I still remember that video. It was like 5,000 square foot property with, I don't know, one room for all like 6 kids or some shit like that on I don't know how many acres. Where are you finding these men at? Ladies, this is crazy. They gotta literally mandate the delusion calculator for women just so they can see how crazy the statistics are for the men they want. These men are almost non-existent. And when you do find one, you're going to share him. And we already know that's what's essentially happening today. I mean, what do they have? 40%. The last number said something like 33% of men are virgins. Of those, 60% have had sex in a year. That number shot up. I guarantee you we're closer to like 45% are virgins. And something like 70, 80% for sure haven't had sex in a year. The dating apps alone say that the Pareto principle doesn't even apply anymore. It's not the 80-20 rule. It's 95-5. That means 5% of men are getting matches. And by the way, for those that close successfully, it's only 2%. So the real success rate on dating apps today is 98-2. You have to be a top 2 percentile man to be successful on dating apps. Would you look at that? I think that mirrors the dating world a bit as well in terms of who's making it and who isn't. Or else the statistics wouldn't bear out what they're bearing out. The social structure wouldn't be crumbling. The nuclear family wouldn't be disintegrating before our very eyes. You wouldn't have all these single people. Men are retracting and becoming hermits and diving deep into video games, anime, adult entertainment, all that stuff. They're completely isolating themselves and turning into hermits because what's the point? And then you got women that are absolutely hypersexualizing themselves, saying and deluding themselves that they deserve everything and more, and they need to have the top men. So they're like spiraling down a pit of depression because that's impossible to achieve. It's impossible for you to have everything. You got sold a lie. Nobody gets everything in life. That's crazy. There's always trade-offs. You will never have that man. And yes, he may have DM'd you on Instagram, but you were a quick lay. Don't think sexual interest means he's interested in a relationship. He's just interested sexually. He's not interested intimately with you on a long-term commitment basis. Not at all. You could have a ton of blue check marks. It does not mean you're high value. It means you're fuckable. That's the brutal truth. You're nothing more than a piece of meat to these men. That's what it is. Nobody clicks on your profile. Nobody matches you on a dating site and they go, she looks like she could be my future wife. I want to marry this one. No, the guy's thinking, how could I get in her pants? And then after meeting you and getting to know you, he starts thinking, maybe this one's worth keeping around. Maybe this could be something special here. Maybe this one's different. She has potential. She has this and that. Women do this in the reverse. They look at a guy and they see nice car. He looks like he has a nice job. Oh, he's got a doctor in the title. Oh, he's a lawyer. Oh, he's a business owner. Oh, he's this and that. Oh, there's a private jet. There's him partying all over the world. She's already thinking marriage material. Marriage material. They do it in reverse. If a woman's opening her legs up to you, you've passed all the tests. You're qualified. You're the guy. But they forget the other side of the equation. Now that the man proved himself, she has to prove herself now that she's worthy for commitment. Just because you opened up your legs to a man doesn't mean he wants to commit to you, ladies. This is what you're messing up. You're giving away all your power to a lot of these men, thinking that they approach relationships, dating, and sex the same way women do. You got sold a dream, and now you got to pay the price, and that is the nightmare of your reality. And then the comments here say, as a man, I can hire someone to cook or clean. As a woman, you can't really hire someone to pay all your bills and give you half their stuff. Creep shaming, Me Too, foodie call, sexless marriage, false grape allegations, divorce, losing all you worked for, alimony, child support. Did I give enough reasons? Yeah. The marriage bubble has burst. Men have been exposed to the serious risk of marriage, which is compounded by female toxicity. That's a good one to close it out on. This is the channel. Can't say it out loud. You know, that's one of the terms they look out for. So give it a follow. We'll see you on the next one.